Hi guys, I hope this looks okay. Um, the light's really coming in today. It's sunny. Yes, I'm so excited about that. But as I'm realizing now that I moved everything up here in the Reiki room, it's a lot of light, so it's not exactly conducive to doing videos all the time. um, so I'm going to make this quick because I have Chipotle coming on the way. How excited am I? That's really what my day consisted of so far, my day off. But the topic of this conversation, hold on, I want to make sure I have him so I can see where he is. This is what my day off has consisted of so far: sleeping in, um, playing with the dogs, doing my toenails, and ordering Chipotle. That's about it. But you know what? I'll take it. It's not busy, and that's exactly what I need. So, um, I am doing this because I had done a post recently on Facebook about being a highly sensitive person. And I was actually shocked at how many questions I got through messages and even email. And I think some people even commented on the post that they'd never even heard of highly sensitive person. So my purpose in doing this video is to bring awareness of what an HSP is. So there are many books out there that you can find regarding highly sensitive person. This is a newer term, not only in our particular realm of healing and holistic work, but now it's also coming up in psychology, and um, more and more doctors are becoming aware of highly sensitive persons. There is a great video series out right now. I know for sure it is on Amazon Prime or Netflix, one or the other, or maybe even both. Free. You can also go to the website and watch them as well. It's called Sensitive. Alanis Morissette is in it, and the doctor who really kind of coined this term is the one who's leading the video as well. Now, I know there are two other videos in the series, but I think there is more than that. And the other one is Sensitive and in Love and Sensitive Lovers. So I haven't watched those two yet, but I know the first one really hit home for me personally. And it gave me a little boost of confidence because it made me understand that what I feel on the daily doesn't have to be a bad thing. And I'm not some weirdo that is unbalanced or ungrounded. I've been told that so many times in my life, and I know people are just trying to help when they say that, but it doesn't help. It really doesn't help because some of us can't help the way we are. The only thing that we can do is take what we've been given in life and do the best we can with the cards we've been dealt. And I personally believe that we have been made this way for a reason. Sometimes people look at highly sensitive people and they'll say, well, that's an unbalance in their energy field, or they have a disease of some sort, that like they're literally calling sensitive people diseased. I kind of want to break this stigma because I feel like highly sensitive people are almost tapped into the ancient way of how we used to be. And it almost sounds condescending because I don't want to put myself or other highly sensitive people on a pedestal, um, because yeah, we got to deal with a lot. But I think just talking about this and bringing awareness to it is so important because so many are suffering and so many are being led to believe that there's something quote unquote wrong with them. And let's stop that. Let's stop that. Like, we all have these different abilities and gifts and circumstances for a reason. So I would say the highly sensitive person, they are the extreme empaths. I'm talking extreme empaths. Extreme. I've had a lot of people, and this isn't judgment, it's really just an observation. I've had a lot of people say, "Oh, I'm a highly sensitive person." No, I don't think you are, because you wouldn't say that, or you wouldn't be doing these things. It would be literally impossible for you to do that stuff, or even say that stuff, or think that stuff, if you were a highly sensitive person. This, I'm really talking extreme. So I'm going to give you some examples from the website of the woman who did this video that I was talking about earlier, this movie. I highly suggest you go and watch that. So she says, "Is this you? Are you easily overwhelmed by such things as bright lights, strong smells, coarse fabrics, or sirens nearby? Do you get rattled when you have a lot to do in a short amount of time? Do you make a point of avoiding violent movies and TV shows?" And I'm going to add in even another word besides violent: emotional. If it's an emotional movie, do you avoid it because you know that you can't handle it? Do you need to withdraw during busy days into bed or a darkened room, or some other place where you have privacy and relief from the situation? So many highly sensitive people cannot, they have a hard time even holding a regular job because it's too much. Do you make it a priority to arrange your life to avoid upsetting or overwhelming situations? Do you notice or enjoy delicate or fine scents, taste, sounds, or works of art? Do you have a rich and complex inner life and inner monologue? When you were a child, did your parents or teachers see you as sensitive or shy? So they also have a self-test that you can take there, and this is at hsperson.com. So HS for highly sensitive person.com. I know for me, I can think of times when I was little where my parents would force me to go up to the counter and order my own food when I was very, very little. Because I can remember clinging to my dad's leg and like hiding behind his leg. I was very shy. And if you have kids who are hypersensitive, it's also important to know this because of things like that. We can't force our hypersensitive children to do things they're not ready to do or what they don't want to do, because that's a whole other rabbit hole that we could go down. Highly sensitive people also have a hard time dealing with things that happen with their health. I know, for an example, with me, I have a very hard time with medications. I'm very sensitive to medications. I can usually only take half of what normal people can take. I have a hard time taking anything that affects the mind or the brain. It does the opposite for me. I also find that most people who have reached out to me have said, yes, for some reason, when I go under for surgery or what have you, they need to give me twice as much as well. So I don't know what's going on there. And we also have very sensitive systems. So a lot of us have allergies. And when I say us, I don't mean just me. I'm just talking hypersensitive in general. And very sensitive stomachs. So this is where the intuition comes in. You have to eat according to your intuition. If you're feeling that tomatoes aren't good for you or eggs aren't good for you, then you need to cut them out. If it's ignored over time, all the sensitivities that you have, it just keeps compounding and it makes it worse. But you can live peacefully, and you can, and I'm learning now that the way society brings us up and how we're supposed to react in society, it does not help the highly sensitive person. So we need to be on our own quite a bit, and we need to be able to have extreme self-care. I'm talking extreme self-care, extreme, extreme, extreme. I'm learning now. First thing in the morning when I wake up, I clear and protect my energy. When I go to bed, I clear and protect my energy. I try to ground as much as I can, but we have to be careful with grounding too, because a lot of highly sensitive people are also sensitive to the energies of the earth. So what I had learned the hard way with me is that I was grounding into a place that was kind of negative energy. And so I was then picking up on that negative energy. And when I was grounding, I was actually feeling worse. So we also have to be very tapped in and in tune with our surroundings, because we already are. And we have to clear and consecrate every space around us, because what this really is that we are tapped into these subtle energies that most people can't tap into. Now, that is increasing with time because we are starting to evolve, and more people are able to tap into these subtle energies, and they can do it without even trying. Now, the highly sensitive person has been born this way. So all this time they've been going through this and experiencing it, where others are just now starting to tap into it. And it's time for the highly sensitive person to kind of fix this element that they've been ignoring their whole lives. And we can start to heal what we're now finally coming to understand, and we can fix the way we live our lives in order to be functioning members of society without being overwhelmed and constantly tired by how much energy that we're picking up. So what I was saying in that post is eating healthy, eating intuitively, lots of water, because we're conduits, we're batteries, we're energy conductors. Lots of water is very important. Remaining clean at all times. Making sure our environment is conducive to our energy. If we've got a lot of negative stuff going on around us, yeah, we're not going to thrive in that type of place. Having the right people in your life. If you have negative people in your life, it's time to cut that off. And you have to put yourself first in these types of situations. Getting some energy work done, whether that's Reiki or acupuncture, acupressure, even massage will help release and move all that energy that's within the body. Doing Tai Chi for exercise, or yoga or Pilates, something very gentle, will help to get that energy moving too. Highly sensitive people also have to be extremely careful when they start doing spiritual work, because we're tapped in before we even tap in. And that makes us more susceptible to deeper energies than what others who have to try to tap in can tap into. And that can get us into trouble too. So it's almost like we need this extra layer of protection at all times, but even more so when we're doing spiritual work. And if you channel or do mediumship or any of that type of work, yeah, you definitely need to double protect, but even more so, double cleanse when you're done. So I don't want to go on to a big, huge spiel, but I just wanted to do this because I felt called to bring it to my YouTube channel. It's on my Facebook page. And I was shocked at how many people had said, I think this is me, and that they'd never heard of HSPs before. One woman had even said, I always wondered if I was either bipolar or if I had a twinge of autism. They're so very similar. They really are. It all comes down to energy. It's all about energy. And a lot of what goes on with me personally with my HSP, quirks, if that's what you want to call them, yeah, they could probably be easily compared to autism. We can't stand loud noises, and that irks us, and we notice even the little tiny noises that no one else can hear, and it's like a nails on a chalkboard. So I can kind of see the similarities, but there are differences too. And I won't go into that here. I will let you guys go to Google and go down that rabbit hole yourselves. My main purpose was just bringing awareness to this. So if you have any questions, please feel free to drop them below. I would be happy to answer what I do know, and if I don't, I can point you in the right direction. Remember to go to hsperson.com and go take the quiz and see how you fare out. All right. Have a good day, guys. I will talk to you soon. Bye.